Welcome to our channel. Let's learn about recursion in C programming. Firstly, let's see about general C programming to remember that C is the general purpose programming language created by Dennis Ritchie at the Bell Laboratories in 1972. It is a very popular language despite being old. The main reason for its popularity is because it is a fundamental language in the field of computer science. C is strongly associated with Unix as it was developed to write the Unix operating system. It started with C. To start using C, we need two things: a text editor like Notepad to write C code, a compiler like GCC to translate the C code into a language that the computer will understand. There are many text editors and compilers to choose from. In this tutorial, we will use an taboo. Example: hash include stdio.h into main function open parenthesis printf hello world return 0 close parenthesis. Let us explain this example. Line 1. Hash include stdio.h is a header file library. That header file library used in all C programming code. Let us work with input and output functions such as printf. Header files add functionality to C programs. Line 2. A blank line C ignores white space, but we use it to make the code more readable. Line 3. Another thing that always appear in a C program is main function. This is called a function. Any code inside its curly brackets will be executed. Line 4. Printf is a function used to output print text to the screen. In our example, it will output hello world. Line 5. Return 0 ends the main function. Line 6. Do not forget to add the closing curly bracket to actually end the main function. Statements. A computer program is a list of instructions to be executed by a computer. In a programming language, these programming instructions are called statements. The following statements instructs the compiler to print the text hello world to the screen. Example: printf hello world. The output is hello world. More example for statement: printf hello world, printf have a good day, return 0. The first statement is executed first, print hello world to the screen. Then the second statement is executed, print have a good day to the screen. And at the last, the third statement is executed and the C program successfully. Hash include stdio.h into main open parenthesis printf hello world printf I am learning C printf and it is awesome return 0 close parenthesis. The output is hello world I am learning C and it is awesome. We use new lines in this same input. To insert a new line, you can use the character /n. Example: hash include stdio.h into main function open parenthesis printf hello world /n printf I am learning C return 0 close parenthesis. The output is hello world and the next line is I am learning C. It makes new line in the statement. Next, we see about variables in C. Variables are containers for storing data values like numbers and characters. In C, there are different types of variables defined with different keywords. For example, int store integers, whole numbers without decimals such as 123 or -123, etc. Next, float stores floating point numbers with decimals such as 19.99 or -19.99. Next one, cat stores single characters such as single quotes A or B. char values are surrounded by single quotes. Data types in C. As explained in the variables chapter, a variable is C must be specified data types and you must use your format specifier inside the printf function to display it. Example, int my number equal to 5, float my float number equal to 5.99, character my letter equal to D. And then printf percentage D slash n comma my num, printf percentage f slash n comma my float num, printf percentage c slash n comma my letter. Next topic is type conversion. Sometimes you have to convert the value of one data type to another data type. This is known as type conversion. For example, if you try to divide two integers 5 by 2, you could expect result to be 2.5, but since we are working with integers and not floating point values, the following example will just output 2. Example, int x equal to 5, int y equal to 2, int sum equal to 5 divided by 2. Printf percentage d sum slashes output as 2. There are two types of conversation in C. Implicit conversation, it means automatically. Explicit conversation, it means manually. Implicit conversation is done automatically by the compiler when you assign a value of one type to another. For example, if you assign an int value to a float type. Example, float my number equal to 9, printf percentage f comma my float, let output as 9.0000. If we don't need point 5 digits of number, we use percentage point to f, then the output as 9.00. The next, explicit conversation. Explicit conversation is done manually by placing the type in parentheses in front of the value. Considering our problem from the example above, we can now get the right result. Example, float sum equal to float 5 by 2, printf percentage f comma sum. The output is 2.500000. The next topic is constants. If you don't want others to change existing variable values, you can use the constant key. This will declare the variables as constant, which means unchangeable and range only. Example, constant int my number equal to 15, my num equal to 10. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. In this example below, we use the add operator to add together the values. Example, int my number equal to 100 plus 15. C divides the operators into following groups: arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and relational operators, etc. And finally, we see about recursion in C. Recursion is the technique of making a function call itself. This technique provides a way to break complicated problems down into simple problems which are easier to solve. Recursion may be a bit difficult to understand, but the best way to figure out how it works in the experiment with it. A recursion example, adding two numbers together is easy to do, but adding a range of numbers is more complicated. In the following example, recursion is used to add a range of numbers together by breaking it down into the simple task of adding two numbers. Example Fibonacci series. The input as hash include stdio.hash int Fibonacci function int I open parenthesis if I equal to 0, return 0, if I equal to 1, return 1, return Fibonacci I minus 1 plus Fibonacci I minus 2. Int main function int I for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. I plus plus is I increment. Printf %d slash t %n Fibonacci I return 0, and then the input is 0 1 1 2 3 5 8 13 21 34. Adding numbers one by one. Let example 0 plus 1 as 1, 1 plus 1 as 2, 2 plus 1 as 3.
I hope you guys who watch this video all are understand. Thanks for watching guys. Bye bye.